Welcome to all of you. In this video, we will know about the gerunds, infinitives and participles. So what are these? These are the non-finite verbs. Now, what are non-finite verbs? So verbs are basically divided into two kinds. First, finite verb. Second, non-finite verb. Finite verbs are plays or act as a main verb in the sentence. This is a very important thing about the finite verb, that finite verbs always performs as a main verb in the sentence, and finite verb changes its form according to the person, number and tense in the sentence. For example, he reads, they read, two boys go, one girl goes, she is going, they went. So in all these three sentences you can see that how the verb is performing as a main verb, and second, how it is changing. It is changing as per the tense, as per the number, as per the person. So now non-finite verbs do not change their form. This is the one important thing. Second thing is that non-finite verbs never performs as a main verb in the sentence, rather than it performs as an adjective, as a noun, or as an adverb in the sentence. So non-finite verbs do not change their forms according to the number, person or tense in the subject. Then non-finite verbs are further divided into three parts. First, infinitive, second, gerunds, and third is participle. So now let us start our first topic, that is infinitives. So infinitives may be a noun, may be an adverb, or may be an adjective in the sentence. There are two kinds of infinitives, the bare infinitive and the full infinitives. The bare infinitives does not use the word to but uses the base form of the verb. The way to identify the full infinitive is that the base form of the verb is preceded by the word to. For example, to swim is my hobby. Here in this sentence you can see that to swim, though it is a verb, but it is performed as a noun here in this sentence. It acts as a noun here in this sentence. So we say that this is a infinitives, in a non-finite verb, and in the category of non-finite verb, this is a infinitives. Second is, she is the player to watch. Here in this sentence, watch, to watch. Here to watch word has been used as an adjective in this sentence. Third is, my daughter went to the UK to study. Here in this sentence, to study is used as an adverb in this sentence. So now I think it is clear to you that infinitives are non-finite verbs. Second, infinitives are it is created by adding to in the main verb's first form. Then next is gerund. Gerunds, what are gerunds? When we use a verb in place of a noun, then it is called gerund. We can create gerund by adding ing with verb's first form and use it as a noun. This is a very important thing about gerunds, that gerunds are also known as the verbal noun, because these are the verbs, but they act, they perform as a noun in the sentence. So there the three different ways in which gerunds can be used are: first, they can act as a subject in a sentence; second, they act as an object in a sentence, means replacing; then third, they are used as a complement of to be verb. For example, I like painting. Second, painting is not my hobby. I like painting as an object, painting is not my hobby as a subject. You can see here that painting word has been used as a noun or as a subject in this sentence. Third is participle. So participle are mainly divided into three parts, and first is present participle, second is past participle, and third is perfect participle. So what is present participle? Present participle is created by adding ing to the verb's base form, and it functions as an adjective. This is the difference between present participle and gerund. Gerund is also ing form and present participle is also ing form. But the difference is that gerund is used as a noun, while present participle is act or performs as a as an adjective in the sentence. For example, I slapped a jumping girl. Here jumping is describing the girl, that girl is jumping. Second is, he hits my running car. Again, here you can see that car, running word is describing the word car. Next is past participle, second. Then past participle is created by using verb's third form and functions same as an adjective in the sentence. For example, he kicks my broken car. So here you can see that verb's third form is there, but it is describing the word car, which is a noun. So that is why it is a past participle. Next example is your dyed hair not look so great. In this sentence, hair, dyed hair means your dyed hair not look so good. So in this sentence, dyed hair, the dyed word is describing hair. So here in this sentence, this is a past participle. Next, third is perfect participle. Perfect participle indicates completed action. The perfect participle indicates a completed action. Yeah, we can form the perfect participle by putting the present participle having in front of the past participle. For example, having done, having finished, having read, having spoken. So they can be active or passive in the form. In active form, they are created by having plus verbs third form. In passive form, they are created by having been plus verbs third form. For example, having improved her English, Pia's promotion prospects were much better. In this sentence, having improved her English means having improved is perfect participle, and it is playing a role of active as an active. And here in the second, having been made late by her. Here we are using been word, means when we add having plus been, then plus any third form of the verb, then we will make perfect participle but in a passive form. So having been made late by her friend, Sam had to run to work. So this is all about gerund, infinitive and participles, and also this is a quick revision, or this video is for the revision of the finite or non-finite verbs, quick revision. So this is all about the infinitive, gerund and participle. Thanks a lot for watching this video. Please like, subscribe and share this video. Stay safe and healthy. God bless us all. Thanks a lot once again for watching this video.